Sports fans, thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And the injury story: when you're missing two players, including a starter, a lot of changes, rotations, and roles.
Two players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Out on the wings for him, Miller and Bridges. Williams is out there with Mark.
My best five. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes, so I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
Irving's checked in for the Timberwolves. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Mann's checked in. Pass to Bridges. And here is Williams, defended by Gobert. Here's Mann, and he drives in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Back to Irving. Shoots over Mann. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Sharp recognition that time by Conley. Tell you what, he always makes the right play.
Hornets trail by 6. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Pass to Alexander Walker. Irving for 3. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Another dime in the stellar career of dime dropping by Mike Conley. I tell you, he's dropped thousands of dimes in his career.
Man. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves leading by 7. Alexander Walker finds Irving. Shoots over Mann. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Charlotte has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Williams' shot is off. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Irving's got 10.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Ball. Gobert with the block. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we've got more. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And, you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Curry is out there with Trey Mann. Then it's Williams. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's Jeffries in at the small forward. And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
Pass to Mann. Williams, a screen on DiVincenzo. And again, the Hornets missing. Timberwolves leading by 10. McDaniels passes to Irving. Reed kicks to Irving. Puts up a deep three. Hornets with the rebound. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season. Micic, the pass to Williams. Richards with it. Reed with the rebound. Pass to Alexander-Walker. Back to Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Mann can't hit.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Irving can't hit. Hornets trail by 12. Micic, the pass to Mann. Inside, here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Yes, sir. Grant Williams rising up.
DiVincenzo finds Alexander-Walker. On its way from Irving for two, and it's good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 17. Charlotte has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Timberwolves leading by 12. Clark with the Hornets. They were hit with injuries as hard as any team in the NBA in the 23-24 season.
Kevin, I couldn't agree with you more. They were so unfortunate in that regard, and it's not anything you can control, and it made it almost impossible for them to have a productive season because of those injuries.
Pass to Mann. Shoots the three. Sinks the triple. Mann's got it back down to within single digits for the Hornets.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Changes here for the Timberwolves. Alexander-Walker comes in for McDaniels. And Irving subbed in for Edwards. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Grant Williams is checked in for Curry. Hornets trail by 10. To the middle. Here's Miller. Out to Bridges. No good on the three. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. At the elbow, it's Gobert. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. We've got 1:18 left here in the second. Ball kicks to Williams. With some arc, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the game right now. In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on a quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Conley kicks to Irving. There's the three. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one.
They are heating up, percolating here in the second quarter, letting it fly from distance.
Pass to Miller. Lets it go with the three. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 11. Gobert the pass to Randle. Now here is Irving. For the three. Rebound by Williams. Now here's Ball. Miller outside. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
This is a huge three for them psychologically. I mean, you don't want to go into halftime staring at a double-digit deficit. When that thing's in single digits, you feel much better.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 8. From Target Center, back in a moment.
You know, I love sitting up here and looking back at the first half of this game. It's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Charlotte Hornets.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your opponent's fire.
You're like gasoline on a flame, I'd say.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters. Changes for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Randle. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Edwards. And Irving subbed in for Mike Conley. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
They've got Gobert. Irving is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. And it's Reed in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. No one near Curry as he lets it go. No good again that time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Miller outside. The 3 ball. The shot by Curry, no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Irving from long range. Miller grabs the miss. And so Miller will bring it up for the Hornets, trailing by 19. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Williams, out to Miller. Wide open look. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Miller's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Irving passes to Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to Irving. Fires for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 29 in the game.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Reed finds DiVincenzo. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The 3-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Hornets, they've got Seth Curry. Nick Richards out there with Trey Mann, and it's Micic in at the 2 spot. Pass to Curry. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
No good from Irving. Well, the Hornets shooting the ball at 42%. And McDaniels with the block.
The length of McDaniels, a big factor at both ends.
Back to Irving. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Micic. Pass to Salon. Here's Mann. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Three-pointer. Curry's shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 22. McDaniels finds DiVincenzo. Reed with it. Back to Irving. Lets it go from deep. And the 3 ball is good. Irving's got 34.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
DiVincenzo kicks to Reed. Ingles in the corner. Irving for 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Outside Curry. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. Ingles kicks to McDaniels. Now DiVincenzo. And on the way from Irving for 3. Good on the triple. Irving's got 40 points.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And now we'll send it over to our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, for an update on Julius Randle. D.A.?
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with Minnesota's head athletic trainer. He informed me that the knee was bent slightly backwards and is indeed hyperextended, but that there does not appear to be any structural damage. The team was just starting to settle into its rotations. Now, next man up. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Timberwolves.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And, guys, sometimes it's hard during the first meeting of the season to get a feel for a team. But these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and they have to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series here against the Hornets.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the kid.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Back to DiVincenzo. This one for 3. Good! Another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.